Hi everyone, welcome again. On this episode, we're gonna make an amazing video which is homemade longaniza or Mexican sausage. However, you guys want to call it. This is my version recipe, which I know you are gonna like it. It tastes just like Mexico, and I know a lot of people that have taste real authentic Mexican food are gonna like this video, and please help me to share with your friends so that a lot of people find this recipe. We're gonna need 10 pounds of pork back ground meat, half a cup of apple vinegar. We are gonna need 4.4 ounces of chile guajillo and the same amount of chile puya. Also, for any other question, guys, I'm gonna write down the ingredients in the description box, okay, so that you guys know what we're talking about in ingredients. We're gonna need 80 grams of salt, about an ounce of ground cumin, ground cinnamon, a teaspoon of clove, a teaspoon of pepper, and about 20 garlic cloves. For this recipe, we're gonna need, if you can find natural pork casings, fine, but if not, try some online that you can find also. So here are our peppers, guys. So that you guys know what we're talking about, I have here both of our peppers. We have guajillo and we have puya. We're gonna need the same amount of each pepper. We are only going to remove the top part. We're not gonna take out the seeds. And then, guys, we're gonna take all our peppers and we are gonna add some water to them because we really want to wash them pretty well because sometimes they have dirt and stuff. So just by adding water and leaving them here for about 2 minutes, they're gonna be fine. So whenever the 2 minutes have passed, just go to your sink and take out the water, and we're gonna give them another rinse because as I said before, they have a lot of dirt in them. So by the second rinse, we're gonna fill them up again with clean water, and we're gonna leave them there to rest for about, I will say, probably for 1 hour. We're not going to do as always in the videos that we're gonna put them in the stove. No, we are gonna leave them just like that here for about 1 or 2 hours if you guys can wait. After our peppers have been soaked, 2 hours have passed, we're gonna take our peppers and we are gonna add our garlic cloves. Also, we're gonna add the same water where these peppers have been soaking. So just take some water and add about half of the blender with water. What you want to do here, guys, is that you don't want to add too much liquid because longaniza, we do not want to add too much water. So just add enough so that your blender is running, and then of course your blender does not burn. Okay, so just be careful. You just want to blend this up really well. If you have a grinder that you can do this, you can do it too. Here in Mexico we call them molino. If you have a molino, you can also do it there. So here is our meat, guys. This is about 80% meat, 20% fat, okay? So when you go to the butcher, just tell them how you want it. They have 2 sizes of ground meat. Ask the butcher to give you the bigger size, okay? Because this is gonna be the best for your longaniza. We're gonna start adding our spices. We're gonna start by adding our salt. And as I said before, if you want your longaniza to be very lean, you can put 90% meat, 10% fat. But a lot of people like the longaniza to be with a lot of, let's say, with grease, with a lot of fat. So if you want, you can go over 70% meat, 30% fat, and it's gonna be amazing, guys. We're gonna add our spices here: the pepper, the clove, the cumin, and the ground cinnamon. You want all of these ingredients to be ground because you don't want to have like big chunks of spices in the longaniza. If you don't have it grounded, get yourself a processor, small processor, and you can grind them really fine, okay? And with our hands, guys, we're gonna be adding these spices to the meat so that this it's starting to get delicious, trust me. We're gonna add our apple cider vinegar, which is half of the a cup, and just keep adding, just keep mixing it really well. I like always when I mix the meat to use some gloves because that I feel better like that using the gloves. Okay, now so we're gonna add our sauce. I'm not gonna add the whole thing because first I'm gonna see how it looks like with this quantity of sauce. Just mix it up, and if you see by the end that it's too dry, you can add the rest of the sauce. But I feel like with this amount it's gonna be fine. You don't want it too much watery. You want it to be on the hard side. So just keep mixing this up. And guys, to make this is really simple. It's not complicated. And after you, trust me, guys, when you try this at home, you're never gonna buy any more longaniza in the stores. This is a very traditional recipe from Mexico. So after our meat has after we finish mixing it up, I'm gonna put a little piece of longaniza here on the strainer, because if you cannot find the casings, the sausage casings, you can put it in the strainer, and after it has the water has released from the meat, you can put it in some Ziploc bags, and that is very helpful too. But I did found the natural pork casings, which when you buy them here have a lot of salt in them. So you guys are gonna have to give it a really good wash in case you guys find it, which I see it very complicated in the United States. The probably the ones that you're gonna find are the ones that Amazon sells, which are dry, and I'm guessing that they come already clean and everything. So if you find them already clean and dry, you guys are gonna skip this step. But just in case you do find it in the fresh in the fresh part, you're gonna have to add a little water into the casing and just clean the whole thing. You're gonna have to do this a couple of times. When I do longaniza, I do these steps probably 3 or 4 times because it has a lot of salt in them. So whenever you guys finish making that, I'm gonna make my longaniza in my KitchenAid mixer, which has the attachment of the meat grinder, and also the sausage making thing. So these I know KitchenAid sells them separately from the mixer, but place your casings here, and I'm gonna cut a little bit of the casing, and I'm gonna make a knot. Okay, we're gonna need a very pointy knife for this, or maybe a needle, because sometimes when you are putting the meat here in the casings, it releases a lot of the air inside. So you're gonna have to be popping in and popping the air out of the casings. I'm gonna place my meat here, and I'm gonna start mixing this up, guys. And as you can see, you can really tell when the air forms there, but just keep popping it with the needle or very pointy knife. And this process, guys, really does take a long time. I mean, here is in a fast motion, but usually in real life I take about probably more than 30 minutes making this step, which is pretty, for me it's awesome, guys. I always like to do things in a natural way, because by that I know what kind of ingredients I'm practically eating, right? So this is the end result, guys. I hope you like this video. Share it with your friends, subscribe to the channel, which help us a lot, and activate also the bell, because I probably will be adding recipes almost every week. So keep that in mind. If you could see the longaniza that's here and the strainer has already released some liquid, which you have to wait for that. And that you can place it on a Ziploc bag and put it in the refrigerator for about 5 days. If you have the luck to find the casings, you can place them here in a piece of wood and just leave it like that for about if you live in a fresh environment, you can leave it there for about 2 days or 1 day. But if you live in a city where the it's very hot, I just suggest you to leave this here to strain for just about a few hours, and then you can place it in a container and put it in the refrigerator, because otherwise the vinegar helps this to so that the product does not get it's like a preservative, but in places where it's too hot you cannot help it. So just place it in a container, and this way it will be releasing its juices, which is what we want. As you can see here, look, all of these juice is what I'm talking about, that you guys have to wait for this sausage to release some of the water that we use to blend the peppers. And here, because I have in a fresh environment, I'm gonna leave it for about 2 days outside, and nothing bad is gonna happen to it. And that is it, guys. I'm gonna show you the result. Here is our longaniza, which has been dried. I'm gonna cut here just a little bit so that you can see the inside, and look at that. It looks amazing, guys. Not too much fat, which is the way I like the longaniza, but as I said before, you can add as much fat that you want when you cook it up. And here I'm cooking just a little bit so that you can see the end result. Here you can make tacos, you can make a grilled longaniza, you can make a lot of things with this stuff. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you next time. Bye.